Hello, Geeks Speak! My fellow citizens, we are finally fulfilling our prophecy of having friends on our channel.
Hi guys, I'm Jen.
She is our second Hufflepuff, while our first Hufflepuff sits right behind you.
I'm behind the camera today. Jen was there in our last video, but now it's my turn.
Now you're seeing me, not behind the camera. Hello,
This is what she
everybody.
looks like, everyone.
This is what I look like. I'm so ugly.
No.
Continue.
No. I'm the ugly one here. I'm the Dio here.
Alright.
Yes, you are. Explain how this game works.
So, what we are doing, Jalen.
So what we're doing is we're doing a repeat of what me and Taylor did with our sorting characters, except this time we have Jen with us, and we're doing more animated characters that are both Disney and not Disney.
We have a Baymax
Pixar,
hat.
Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network,
Look at the Baymax hat.
DreamWorks,
It's so
all in that Baymax hat. No longer are we doing Classic Geek.
Yes, and the score system is still the same. First person who gets to 10 points wins. If we agree on one character, then we don't get a point, and we have to give out a short explanation of why we put who we put in our, and we have different houses. So let's start this sucker off.
All right.
I get to judge.
Alright, my turn.
Oh gosh, she
I'll
has
start
power.
first. Oh, geez, oh, mine fell.
Oh, She-Man.
Ooh. Heather from Total Drama Island.
Oh goodness, I don't know anything about. Oh, I've seen this show, but
I feel like
I don't
she'll
remember
be
much.
Two.
it's all about
I'm gonna
arguments
go
here
with
because
this
I don't know
one.
that much.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Slytherin.
Ravenclaw.
Ooh, you don't agree to start out.
So I feel like she's Ravenclaw because although she's very cunning, she has a strategy. She knows that if she gets Lindsay and Beth on her side, she can win. And in one particular episode, she makes Lindsay lose. And then she's like, oh, well, I actually can't give up my immunity. And since two people technically never completed the challenge and Lindsay did, she has to go home. And none of that wouldn't have been possible without Heather's strategy because she had already sent Beth home too.
She is a keen strategist, but what makes her so Slytherin is that she will always put her knees in front of other people like
That was my second
classic Voldemort sort of thing. It's like she will always use her cunning or any gift she has just for herself. And even if she, like Voldemort, if she makes allies, they're expendable. That is like, even if they have strengths, she sees them as only expendable pawns.
I'm going to have to agree with Jalen because even though she may have strategy, it looks like she's using her strategy for Slytherin reasons.
That was my next one. I actually almost did Slytherin.
Ding, ding, ding. 1 point, Jalen.
Okay.
I almost didn't put Ravenclaw back in my hand, which would have been bad because there's more. Go for it.
Into the Baymax.
Into the Baymax.
Alright, let's see what I got here. Oh yeah, let's put it in the center.
Yeah, why don't we just put it in the center?
We are Woody Allen.
I'm assuming this is from Toy Story.
Yes, I don't know where the Allen part came from.
Woody Allen, you know, the great Woody Allen.
This
with
is
his daughter.
tough.
I've heard
because
people say many things.
If we're taking into account the fourth movie, but
Yeah, you better.
1, 2,
3.
3.
Ooh. That's not what I've heard some people say.
I feel like he's Hufflepuff because even though he goes away from Andy in the last movie, he's fiercely loyal to him. And throughout the entire first half of the fourth film, he always wants a kid. That's been his thing from the start. He wants a kid, he wants a kid, he wants a kid. And once he's away from that, he's fiercely loyal to helping his friends find toys' new homes.
Yeah, I'll give her that point.
You're not even gonna give anything?
I was, that got me out of the
I came prepared.
That one got me out of the blue.
That fourth movie, I think, made your point.
Alright, is it my turn?
I think it's my turn.
No,
You did Woody Allen.
Oh, yes, right.
Alright.
I keep thinking that. Why am I thinking that?
Ooh. Danny Phantom.
Oh goodness, I don't think I know. You're gonna have to sway me
I have
here.
no idea.
He ain't that.
He's definitely not this, and he's definitely not this. Are we both thinking the same thing?
Yeah, we're both having
We
the
both have the same issue.
We're both having the same dream.
Alright, both of you
I
think.
feel like I'm going this.
Yo, Danny Phantom, he was just 14 when his
1,
parents
2,
built a
3.
very strange machine.
Gryffindor.
Oh, you both agree.
Yeah. He
He's not.
ain't smart enough to be a smart.
I'm sorry, but he always wants to go on an adventure.
My
Yeah.
Ravenclaw wouldn't have turned into a ghost in the first place.
I know. Only a reckless Gryffindor would.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, people from my house probably would too. They'd be like, what's this button? I love Hufflepuffs, and I
Exactly.
am one.
Genie from Aladdin.
Ooh.
You've never had a friend like me. Am I just singing commentary now?
I mean, you could. I mean, you're the judge. I mean,
The
normally.
judge can do what they feel, but that would be copyright.
But also, judges also supposed to have long robes and also a white
I'll do this
wig.
one.
Sure.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of a given. I was caught between that and Ravenclaw, though. Oh god, which one do I do? Oh, this one. Oh god.
I know, I made them
Okay,
very
which-
tiny.
Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, are we,
I haven't seen this movie in years.
are we basing off of the cartoon or are we basing off the live action?
Whatever you
There's-
want.
Two separate, and the live action is definitely more
Gruesome.
gruesome and definitely more
I feel like
shaky.
in my opinion, she's the same one in both, but
Yeah.
I feel like there's just a
Even
stereotype to her.
still, that gives me, like, what, the Smurf?
1, 2, 3.
She
Gryffindor!
cuts off a dragon's head, for Christ's sakes.
I was thinking that or Ravenclaw.
Yeah?
I was thinking Hufflepuff.
I was caught between that and Hufflepuff, but she's
I
not-
see the Ravenclaw very Luna Lovegood like in her curiosity and her creativity.
Yeah, but she's not food focused like the March Hare and Mad Hatter.
I mean,
Because
she's
Ravenclaws
drinking,
don't always have to be
she's
smart.
drinking a lot of tea and a lot of stuff to make her grow and shrink, so that's kind of... So, that means she has a drug problem.
Yeah.
That is a Hufflepuff. You
That
have a drug
definitely.
problem. Yeah, you Hufflepuffs have drug
I'm
problems.
sorry.
I have alcohol
It's an
problems.
artsy people thing.
It is.
Yes! Finally!
What?
I'm
Dexter
assuming
from
it's
Dexter's Laboratory!
This one's gonna be too obvious. Like,
Yeah, let's fucking
I mean, there's
go.
two you could go between.
1, 2, 3, put it on.
Ravenclaw.
Yes! Finally, a Cartoon Network thing.
That or Slytherin.
Yeah, I was
almost
gonna
went
say.
Slytherin, but I was like, he's more of a Ravenclaw. Just because he's so knowledgeable. His sister, on the other hand.
She's
She's something else.
She's a Huffle.
Why did you fold these like
She made him like fortune cookies. for me.
Oh, Jumba from Lilo and Stitch.
The mad scientist.
Mad scientist. God, I feel like he changes, but I feel like he's this through
It
and
depends. Are you looking at
1,
the movie or the series?
2, 3.
Oh.
Ravenclaw!
If you're a mad scientist, you gotta have that Ravenclaw.
What, just like Dexter?
Yeah.
Or mad scientist just officially all Ravenclaw?
Not always, but at least
Sometimes
in
they're either Ravenclaw or Slytherin.
What is it?
Chucky Finster from Rugrats.
You guys can look at All Grown Up if you've seen that too. Just Chucky Finster as a whole.
It's still the same too.
It's still the same too!
Damn it!
I do see where you're coming
Because
from.
of
He reminds me of a certain character, so that makes him.
because of part
Something, I think.
because of everything. I know what I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Oh, I thought one of you would choose Gryffindor. He reminds me of Neville Longbottom a lot.
I almost chose Gryffindor just because of the go to Paris thing.
Yeah.
But-
These were my last two
Exactly.
choices.
He reminds me of
Okay,
Neville
let's
Longbottom.
mix it up.
Shag-
Shaggy Rogers from Scooby Doo.
Pretty much answered that question earlier.
If you have munchies or a drug problem, you are
Definitely a
a Hufflepuff.
What is that?
Mr. Krabs. Oh my god.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Slytherin.
He's just too greedy.
Yeah. He's just
Money,
too
money,
damn.
money, money, money.
He's just too
Now I
damn.
started singing the musical.
I almost said Ravenclaw because he had a
Money
strategy, but
makes
it's
the
just
world
2.
go round.
What is this? Do I have 2? Oh no, I don't.
I just made it very tiny.
Number 1 from Codename Kids Network.
Oh. Nigel Uno. Yoo-hoo.
I'm copying.
You're copying.
Oh, I dropped my Ravenclaw. My Slytherin.
How can you drop my Ravenclaw? Oh, yo, bro, you dropped your
I'm gonna do
Dungeon.
this. 1, 2, 3. Ravenclaw.
Gryffindor.
Ah, I can see both of them. So you're gonna have to give good arguments here.
In terms of Gryffindor, he's always the first into any situation. He's the leader. He'll always put himself in any
Proving my
situation.
point right now.
But also, in terms of intelligence, he is not the smartest person ever.
He's a child.
Although he's not the smartest person ever, he has a strategy for taking down, what is it called? The neighborhood kids?
Yeah.
The delightful children.
The
from
delightful
down.
children from down the lane.
I love them.
Because even though he's up for adventure and he's up for protecting people with his life, there is a little bit of strategy in there. And if it wasn't for him giving number 5, number 4, number 3 and number 2 what to do, especially number 2 because he loves his hoagies and number 3 loves her rainbow monkeys. He has to keep them on track and he has to keep them focused.
I think I'm going with Jen. I think he's the first Ravenclaw Gryffindor I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
And I think he's one where the hat would spend a lot of time.
But I
Going
feel
back
like
and forth,
there would be
but-
a hat stall before eventually.
Yeah, he's one of those where he's a leader when you put him in the real world, but I feel like if he was in school, he would be the smartest kid in class.
All right, so Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
I mean, he got an F on the report.
Yeah.
True.
That was.
He's that other side of Ravenclaw that's more creative and
I feel like
he
it's-
looks at things from a different perspective.
I got
Wanda.
from Friend of Parents.
I have no clue.
She's definitely not this.
Yeah, there's certain things that she's definitely not. but
Oh, actually, she could be this.
Oh, I would. Oh no, wait.
She's many things, but to
She's
put up
this
with
or
Cosmo,
this?
you gotta be some sort of things. That's part of it.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with what I do.
I think I'm gonna go with this. So I think we're gonna have to argue our points. 1, 2, 3. Hufflepuff.
If she wasn't there, nothing would get done.
But
out
she's
of
also
here.
fiercely loyal to Cosmo and will defend him at any end from people who say that he's wrong, and she's fiercely loyal to her kid.
Yet she would always. Yet she's not the.
There's
first
a
one to
bit of
criticize.
Ravenclaw in there, but I feel like she's more Hufflepuff.
I think she's the Ravenclaw to his Hufflepuff. I feel like Cosmo is such a Hufflepuff that if she was a Hufflepuff too, nothing would
almost
ever
said-
get done
almost
and
said
Timmy would have
Slytherin.
exploded by now.
Yeah.
That is true. I'll go for it.
Alright, pick it and then I'm going to change the memory card because we're already on 15 minutes, but you can tell us and think about it while I change the memory card.
Ooh. Nala. Lion King.
Alright, and we will be back after these short messages. We're back. They were doing Nala when I had to change the memory card.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hufflepuff.
Ooh, you both agree.
The more loyalty she is to Simba, the better. I got Rapunzel.
This isn't obvious for me. Although.
I've
Yeah,
never
you
seen.
want-
I've never seen Tangled, so.
Well, you know the story of Rapunzel.
One.
You've seen the trailer.
He got. Did she get banged by the
3.
prince?
Gryffindor.
All I know is
Clearly.
it's courageous to go against your stepmom and also to let a stranger up to your room and then, get pregnant.
Ooh. Sorry, this is actually an ooh, because it's Zuko from Avatar.
Oh!
What the? Ooh, I forgot
Starting
that.
out,
I didn't know that was in there, and I,
I
made
feel like
these.
he would be this, but he changes.
Yes.
So
get
that
rid
would
of
be
the one.
season 1.
Yeah.
Season 1 to 2.
Go past the one-track mind. I
But-
want to be King Zuko, or
This
whatever he is.
Fire Lord Zuko.
Fire Lord.
Difficult.
If we skip that.
But I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, are you? I don't know. This is making me happy.
So I feel like after, because he was so fiercely. His Slytherinness came because he was so jealous of his sister for getting like all the powers. But after he changed, I feel like though he's up for adventure and up for not leading the
And I have something I'm going to say when you're done.
but like, he was so fiercely loyal to Aang, and anytime people would come across Aang and his friends, Zuko would always be like, oh, I'm their protector, I'm here to like fiercely guide them and lead them and make sure that they're safe. His loyalty is to them and them only, and he hates the Fire Nation now. So
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up for his father twice. Not only for season 3, but when he got burned, because he stood up to not just his father, but to the whole hypocrisy of the Fire Nation military. As the reason why he got burned is because he disagreed with the general practice of sending young soldiers in to die. It took bravery to stand up to an old general. It took bravery to stand up to his father twice. His sister, the entire history of his fucked up family and nation for 100 years. And where did that bravery land him? To the position of Fire Lord of the fucking Fire Nation, baby.
I am very strong on this one, so you had good arguments, but I'm just having to agree with someone. Jen, and I agree with Jen because of something I want to say, and that has to do with your point. He stood up to everyone, I feel like, for Hufflepuff reasons, like he didn't want the kids going off to war, and even in the beginning, something neither of you said, the reason he was going after Aang was because he wanted to he wanted to prove something to his father. All he wanted was for his father to
He wanted his
Love
father's
him.
praise. He wanted to be like his sister, and I feel like
he just wanted love and compassion that they weren't giving
The only
him.
reason he was Slytherin, honestly, was because what's her name?
Azula.
Azula. I almost called her Sokka.
She is a sucker.
That's my musical theme.
But like
now.
he and his mom are really close, and I think he's the closest
I
thing to
feel
a
like-
Hufflepuff Slytherin combination.
Azula, I hope she's in here because I got some arguments for her too. So go.
All right, who's
I
next?
mean, it was.
I thought you were gonna go for Jalen, so that surprised me.
No, I the second you said that, I'm like, yes, I can see why.
Yeah. Scuttle.
My computer is talking. I will be right back. You guys think that over.
Do you know who Scuttle is?
I know he is. I just never seen the Little Mermaid.
He's never seen The Little Mermaid.
If he's the seagull, I'm just gonna.
He's the seagull. So it's Scuttle. And I'm saying Ravenclaw, but he doesn't know who he is.
Jalen, you can give some sort of points.
I had never seen the Little Mermaid. All I know is he's a seagull. And I know that Stan Smith from American Dad hates seagulls, and he once crossbowed a seagull. So I think Scuttle died.
Jen, why do you say Ravenclaw?
Because he has a lot of information about all of the things that Ariel gives him.
But isn't it
Even if
wrong?
they're not right.
Even if they're not right, he goes with it, and it makes it seem like he's more knowledgeable than he actually is.
He's ding 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 point, Jen.
So that was an automatic point for me. Sorry, Jalen. Hopefully this one you know. Bing Bong from Inside Out. Do you know that?
I know that. She says I'm that.
It does not mean he's the same house as you. He could be, but that doesn't
No,
mean
he's not a Ravenclaw. He ain't nothing but a hound dog.
He ain't nothing but a badger.
Big Bong. He just wants to get to the moon.
He wants to get to the moon.
Yet he did not study astrophysics. Fred from Big Hero 6.
Who is that? Oh, is he the blind guy?
He's the mascot.
Oh, the mascot.
He's like, breathe fire.
Okay, this is pretty obvious. 1, 2, 3. I hate.
I love Fred. I am Fred.
Hufflepuff, but I feel like that's him. Crush from Finding Nemo. 1, 2, 3.
Stoner logic.
Hufflepuff.
Stoner fucking logic.
Also,
Not all
he's, like,
stoners are Hufflepuffs.
super loyal
Sometimes they
to
can
the
be
people
Gryffindors.
around him.
Yeah. Again, stoner logic.
So, go ahead.
I hope
Also, Marlon is like stereotypical Hufflepuff.
yeah. I hope Super Toilet is in here.
I hope
Super
we disagree.
Arnold from Hey Arnold.
I don't know.
Not this.
He can wait. Well, actually, because if you look at the last movie, oh shit, fuck.
I
that.
haven't seen the last movie, so can we not bring that into play, please?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Then I have to drop.
That
one
last
option.
movie's pretty new.
Okay. Well, let's see.
He could be anything.
He could be
He's one of
any-
those characters
He
that I
could be
think.
any of these three. I don't see him a lot as this one.
He's one of those characters that is created for you to see yourself in.
But I don't
So
know.
that's why he's so hard.
1, 2, 3.
Ravenclaw. Oh, Hufflepuff.
I thought you actually did Ravenclaw first.
Did you mean to do Ravenclaw?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I
That was my
about to say-
third option.
Oh God, Taylor, why did you do?
What? You need to, you know what? Apply to work at a fortune cookie factory. You can pull fortune cookies.
Tinkerbell from Peter Pan.
Oh.
It could be many things.
Oh shit, yes, I love it. Oh, this is between these two.
Okay, it's between the two opposite ones that no one ever says you can be between,
Yeah.
but you are between.
Yeah.
Can we just give me this one? Can we just split up the two?
Can we just put up the two?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Ravenclaw and
Hufflepuff.
Son of a bitch, I can't speak today.
Hufflepuff, Slytherin.
Because we knew that
Yeah.
was, because, dude.
There's no way to pick between the two because she's fiercely loyal to Peter and the boys, but she's also like, I'll rip your head off, bitch, if you don't give me attention.
Yeah, she was gonna kill one.
She's gonna kill someone without
She needs applause to live.
She dies without attention,
She
which
needs
honestly
applause
same,
to live.
but
Tony the Tiger.
what?
Yeah, the cereal mascot, Tony the
Really?
Tiger.
I think it's Tigger.
Yeah,
Because I know
Tigger.
Tigger is in there.
It's Tigger!
Why can't we put Tony the Tiger?
No, we
Because
can't put Tony the Tiger.
I'm the only one.
Because
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is they are your best friend.
Although again, if it was Tony the Tiger, I would have given him this.
I would've
It's not Tony the Tiger though.
Tony the Tiger is a.
Alright, keep going.
Alright,
Cereal mascots.
ready? Hopefully we can disagree, my god.
Think outside the box.
Okay.
If
What
possible.
box?
which I think we're about to for this one. Sully, Monsters, Inc.
You can think about Monsters University too, and how he was in school and
Ooh.
all that.
I'm gonna do this one then. Think outside the box.
Let's see. Sully is voiced by John Goodman, and John Goodman did a robotic Santa Claus in Futurama. The robotic Santa Claus.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it,
Not me
yes, it
saying.
does.
Get
This is
to
my
the point.
This is my method.
Okay. Just do it.
Fine, just because of documentaries.
Your friend.
He's a stereotypical jock in college.
Yeah. Also,
I almost did Hufflepuff because how he is with Boo. But
True.
okay.
I feel like Monsters University, like, he was more Gryffindor because he did the faulty settings.
Yeah, it's Gryffindor loyalty that he has to Boo.
Ew, don't eat it!
I wasn't
Who
gonna
are you
eat.
eating?
Who are you eating?
I know, that's the
That sounds
sexiest thing.
horrible.
I'm eating Chico. See, sexiest.
Oh, God.
Okay,
I wish.
whenever you're ready.
1, 2, 3. Ravenclaw!
He said Slytherin. He's not saying it out loud
'Cause
for
if
some
you-
reason.
The reason why it says Slytherin, because there is that whole, I think, movie or special where evil side won, and it was Shiga that was in charge, not Dr. Draken. So clearly, she's the evil mind behind everything.
Exactly, that was my exact point. She has the information. She can steer him away from doing something wrong. He's like, I want to totally F up Kim and Ron. And she's like, no, stop. We need to think this through.
But when
And not only does she do that, she literally stops him. She's like, I'm going to use my power and just fire you to death because you aren't going to listen to a thing I say.
But wouldn't that be power struggle of a Slytherin?
It's power struggle of a Slytherin, but she's his sidekick. So no matter what, she has to be like, oh, like, you're right, and I'll agree with you because that's the Ravenclaw side of me.
I feel like she's the Ravenclaw to with Draken's Slytherin.
Yeah.
Alright.
5-2. Ding ding.
Oh, God. This is Edna Mode from Incredibles. We were actually just discussing her off camera. But I feel like it's clearly between these two. Clearly.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm gonna do this one. 1, 2, 3. Ravenclaw.
Okay, go for it.
She is the costume maker for the superheroes. She knows exactly what to do. Syndrome clearly went to her for the costume making, and she always, what does she always say? What's her strategy, everyone? 1, 2, 3.
No capes!
On the Cape
What?
Cod.
Is Syndrome's demise his cape? If it wasn't for his cape, he would have not gotten strung up into whatever it was, you know, all that thing.
Into the propeller.
Into the propeller. And if she didn't have the knowledge, if she didn't have the strategy to steer Incredibles away from the capes, they would have probably gone to fucking the North Pole or some shit. But because not only is she clever like Ravenclaws are, she's also... I see where you're coming from with Slytherin because she is cunning in that sense. But she's also like, okay, well, I'm going to make sure Syndrome dies before the Incredibles die themselves.
Jalen?
Because one, she gave out pointers to the Incredibles about not giving capes. That shows that she's loyal to them.
Hi, guys! I'm not sure what she's doing, but we're back now.
My inner Hufflepuff is shown.
The memory card got full. When we left, we were on Edna Mode. And I have given the points away to Jen. Because I believe she is a hat stall. The hat would want her to go in Slytherin, like Jalen said. But she would get her way out of it in a Ravenclaw way. Because she is very close in both
She'd be
houses.
like, oh no, dear.
Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls.
As a small child, I always believed I was Buttercup, if that helps at all.
You
I feel
are
like
Buttercup.
Blossom is this, but I feel like Buttercup could also be this. But I feel like she's this.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I hate to do it, but
Because of that-
it's Slytherin.
Because of one episode where she was constantly beating the shit out of Bubbles and villains just for money from the Tooth Fairy. That's the reason why
Also,
she's a Slytherin.
every time Bubbles says something even mildly happy, she's like, God, could you just stop? And I love Buttercup. I feel like we all have.
Even though I am a Hufflepuff, I am so Buttercup.
Yeah, you're Buttercup. You're
It makes
She's
no
the
sense,
Buttercup.
but Buttercup must be a Slytherin Hufflepuff.
Huh. Tough from Avatar.
That is really freaking hard.
Oh.
Hard.
She could be anything, I
She
believe.
could be this. She could be this.
She could be all of them in one form or another. This is going to be all about your debating skills, in my opinion.
1, 2, 3. Slytherin. I almost did Ravenclaw.
Ah.
Alright.
I see the Ravenclaw because she was smart and used the Badgers too. Not a
Well, and I hate to
correlation.
like be this person, but like since she's blind, I almost did Ravenclaw because she had the information in her head to like teach people.
True, and she was creative in the way she used the Badgers.
And the way she created
I mean,
Melanie.
she's
True,
so
and Melvin, yeah.
She's so sassy that I had to do Slytherin.
And also the fact that she conned people out of their money. That is such a Slytherin.
It's such a Slytherin thing.
Oh, we're just getting all the avatar people. Ang!
Hey!
That's hard.
I hate that I'm gonna probably agree with you, but I'm gonna do Hufflepuff.
Air nomad philosophy, treat all life as equal. I mean,
He's a Hufflepuff Gryffindor, I think.
He's
Yeah.
definitely not Slytherin. That's a
I could also see him as a Ravenclaw.
Wendy from Peter Pan.
oh my god, she can.
She could.
She could be
She's-
everything except for
she's
one, I
definitely
think.
this. But I don't think she's Slytherin.
No,
I'm sorry.
there's no way.
I'm doing Gryffindor.
The only reason why I say Ravenclaw is because she's the only one with the intelligence and also the mindset to say we being her and her brothers can't stay in Neverland forever. She saw like the problems of Neverland and everything. She was so attached with her family life back home that I think that's what made her smart enough to say we gotta leave Neverland. We can't be here all the time.
But I feel like since she's in the position of being the older child and her parents want her to stay and be a grown lady, she was taking a risk and taking an adventure by saying like, oh no, I want to stay in my little brother's room. I want to go on an adventure with Peter Pan. I want to see all there is to see. As I'm making my point, Rowan is fighting something in the back, so just ignore that from home. But I also feel like there's a bit of Ravenclaw in her.
She, I believe, is a Ravenclaw Gryffindor, but I have to give it, once again, sadly, to Jen. Because I don't think a Ravenclaw would have left her room to begin with and flown out that window. And I think the Ravenclaw point you were giving was actually her leadership as a Gryffindor.
Lilo.
My favorite movie.
1, 2, 3. Hufflepuff! I would be surprised if anyone said Slytherin for her.
I don't know, she beats people up a lot.
That's called a Hufflepuff anger. They
True.
pissed off the Hufflepuff.
Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Gryffindor?
Yep,
I almost did Slytherin.
I see that.
Mushu.
Mushu!
I don't got that. Thanks.
What? Slytherin!
Slytherin.
That motherfucker in Mulan 2.
Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your
I'm
cattle!
just gonna say
Dishonor on your family!
Mulan 2 showed us his 2 Slytherin colors.
Yes.
He is the villain in that movie. Riley from Inside Out.
That, I think, is probably the hardest one in that whole entire container. Because the point of her is to be everything.
You should zoom in on this face, Taylor, when you're editing.
The point of her is to be literally everything.
Can I just do all the things? No.
That's her character design.
I don't know. I've only seen Inside Out once, and it was right, and I was high on drugs.
What?
I think I was drunk. Just like the closest thing I saw to a whale was a fat guy selling drugs. Only
1,
because he sticks by
2,
her family.
3. She sticks by her family. And, Jen?
So even though she sticks by her family, the emotions in her mind make her be ambitious and go on an adventure. She runs away from home. She is rude to her best friend. She is all of this sort of thing. But I also feel like Jalen deserves a point.
Nah.
But
This is binary.
I feel
No,
like
I see Jalen because all the emotions, since she is everything, the emotions, I feel like a very emotional person is usually a Hufflepuff.
yeah.
So, point Jalen. Ding, ding,
Yeah. Max Goof from a Goofy movie.
ding.
I
You can
haven't
think of
seen
the
this-
original or the extremely goofy
I
movie.
haven't seen this in years, but I'm
The
gonna
extremely
go
goofy
this.
movie is like my favorite thing ever. That's the sequel.
1, 2, 3. Hufflepuff.
I was gonna go with Slytherin because the fact that he tricked his dad into going into like a concert when his dad wanted to go to like a fun zone.
But
I don't
he's-
know, you're thinking of that one.
He's also fiercely loyal to his dad.
I kind of agree with Jen because of that one scene in the extremely goofy movie where he goes
Because
over the
When
blimp
he
and he's like, Dad, come
when
back.
he goes for what? When he goes for the what?
The what's it called?
Extreme
The
World-
Extreme X Games,
Yeah.
and he calls his dad back.
Well, when he calls his dad back, and also when Goofy gets incredibly hurt during that,
Yeah.
Max is the first one to just go.
Coco from Fastest Home of Imaginary Friends.
I have no idea.
She doesn't even speak English.
But I feel like she's this. 1, 2, 3. Slytherin!
Oh wow! I didn't know what you were gonna pick for that.
Dude,
She's so sassy. Go, 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 go. Diego from Ice Age.
oh.
What does he value most? Because he does change, so you have to think deep down. What does he value most?
He was this.
Yeah, just think. What does he
I'll
value?
show the audience. He was this. But
But he changed.
values
He was
this.
just stands offish.
1, 2, 3.
I'm s-
Hufflepuff.
You're sticking with Slytherin. Okay, go for it.
The reason why I'm sticking with Slytherin because, like, he's more of because one, loyalty to the herd, and the herd is still a family, but he also tends to think cunningly, but also he thinks as an independent individual from time to time.
Yes, but when the herd was ready to attack someone, Diego stopped them because of his loyalty to the herd.
Which one?
I feel like, wasn't that on the first one?
I don't know, but I think I have to go with Jalen because I think the only time he finally felt love for someone was when it was a herd.
Yeah.
That is true.
So.
If it was him by
Ding,
himself.
ding, ding. Point Jalen. Now you can pick the next one, but then I will have to empty your memory card. So you guys can think while I'm emptying the memory card.
I'm sorry, Rowan's right behind Taylor. It's
Hello,
Yeah.
Rowan. He wants to help Judge.
You want to help Judge Bubba?
Hey. Oh, Rufus the Naked Mole Rat.
Alright, think this over. This may be difficult.
Oh,
We will be right back after these short messages. We're back. They've been thinking about Rufus, the naked mole rat from Kim Possible.
Yeah,
Ready?
so naked.
1, 2, 3.
Slytherin, Hufflepuff. Very different.
You can go first.
No, you can.
The reason, again, as a kid, I only watched Cartoon Network most of the times. The only times I watched Kim Possible, most of the times I remember Rufus is, I just remember him, like, always eating a lot of stuff with Ron. So he kind of reminds me of, like, a little naked version of
but
Scooby-Doo.
he's also very, very sassy, and when Ron's doing something bad, he's always like, no! Arr!" Although he does eat a lot, and the Hufflepuff in me is like, yeah, he eats a lot, but he's also, like, helps save them sometimes, and I feel like in that way he's, like, super cunning and ambitious.
I don't know. I agree with both of you, but I think he is a lot like Ron in the think that he is a Gryffindor Hufflepuff. So I have to give it to Jalen, who said Hufflepuff, just because
Ouch.
I believe he's a Gryffindor Hufflepuff.
I feel like he's a Slytherin Hufflepuff.
Achoo!
Jesus Christ.
Yes, okay.
5 to 8, Mr. Sneezy.
Ew.
Jen is in the lead.
I love this character. It's Frozone from The Incredibles.
Where's my super suit? Where's my super I can't do the impression Jalen's probably
Where is my super
It's the
suit?
greatest. I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get. All right.
That man-
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. He's such a Hufflepuff. That man. Is
Again,
weird.
I want him to have a solo movie.
I know.
That would be amazing.
Go ahead, Jay.
If they agree so much that they run out of characters, I'm just going to give it to whoever has more points at that point.
All right. We're probably not gonna agree on this one.
Hero from Big Hero 6.
I'm gonna
But,
switch it up. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hufflepuff.
I'm surprised no one said Ravenclaw.
Is
I'd be stereotyping him.
yeah.
I feel like, although he is very ambitious and is the highest student in his class, the whole reason he does this is, because of his brother.
Okay, Jalen?
And if it wasn't for his brother,
Yeah.
dying, he wouldn't have access to Baymax. He wouldn't know all those friends, and he would just be in this circle of not, knowing.
And in which case, Biff would still be in control of Back to the Future Part 2. Damn it, all because of Hero. The reason why I said Gryffindor was because of the fact that after he runs into the guy with the kabuki mask, he sets up everyone to be a hero. So he takes on that responsibility. He launches that whole thing.
I agree with Jalen, and I also believe only a Gryffindor would get involved in bot fighting.
But he's
At
so
his
loyal
younger
to
age.
everybody!
He's a loyal Gryffindor leader.
Wait, did you just choose that one?
Yes, I did.
I'll take that, as long as he's not Slytherin. Cusco.
Who's that guy you know?
Cusco!
Who's Melina's from?
Cusco!
Who's got his own show?
Cusco!
That's me.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Cha cha cha. Oh, Nikki Wong from 16.
Oh, the purple-haired girl.
I forgot that was in there.
Thank God for 16. I love it.
You're 16.
1, 2, 3,
She is that Slytherin. You gotta make the good times last.
Karen, the computer wife from SpongeBob. 1, 2, 3, Ravenclaw!
She's a fucking computer. She's a WIFE.
And I mean also with
She's also the Ravenclaw that is Slytherin. I feel like
Yeah.
every Slytherin needs a Ravenclaw to survive.
A wireless interface and
Ready?
female Instagram.
If Slytherin doesn't have a Ravenclaw, that's when they go insane. And
So who's my Slytherin then?
I don't know. You're surrounded by. No, Ravenclaws don't need Slytherin. Slytherins need
Right.
Ravenclaws.
Snow
Ooh.
White.
I'm doing this one. I don't know if you're gonna agree.
I've never seen Snow White. I've only heard the rumors.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, Gryffindor. Can you see both?
Yeah, I can. But any arguments?
I agree with like her loving animals in the terms of Hufflepuff, but she went on this adventure knowing that the queen was gonna have her head, which is kind of ambitious of her. And then she also likes to clean.
Jalen?
And she is sort of the head of the household after. And she also, I mean, yeah, no. Only a Hufflepuff would fucking take that apple.
And that's exactly what I was waiting for. I was waiting for you to say that, Jalen.
So does that
Only
mean-
a Hufflepuff would take the fucking apple.
I was just gonna say, I thought she wanted to.
7 to 8, Jen in the lead. Only a Hufflepuff would take the apple.
As I was thinking that, I was like, wait, Dory. I'm doing this one mainly because of the second one. But that shouldn't let you.
I've only seen the second one for once, and I don't know.
Well, you've probably seen the first one.
Yeah, go by first one. I have arguments. 1,
Go.
2, 3. Gryffindor.
Ravenclaw, wow.
I thought you were gonna do Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
I feel like she's Gryffindor because she goes on an adventure to find her parents in the second movie, and that takes a lot of ambition, especially when you have short-term memory loss and don't know where you're from. And
Exactly. And the memory card's about to die, so Jalen.
There's wisdom within her because even though she's scatterbrained or has short-term memory, she does have some ideas, and she's.
Is everyone good?
The memory card's about to die, so Jalen, I give this to Jen. Just because I see the bravery of someone surviving on their own when there's short-term memory loss.
Sheen from Jimmy Neutron.
We are back after the camera fell on the ground. I'm sorry, guys.
No! I'm gonna do this one.
Sorry, the camera's moving, guys. Alright, are you ready?
I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. Sheen from Jimmy Neutron.
He's loyal to his friends. He's knowledgeable about Ultralord, but when it comes to everything else, that guy is. He didn't know. Like, he got distracted by a fly. He got distracted by a fly while trying to.
That's why he's a Hufflepuff! No, that's why he literally is a Hufflepuff.
Why did you say Ravenclaw?
Because he's knowledgeable about
He's a
that.
dumbass, though.
But he's a dumbass.
He's a knowledgeable dumbass.
He's knowledgeable about Ultralord.
I give it to Jalen. So it is 5, 6, 7, 8.
I did that with Snow White too.
2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 9.
Should we explain my random
Wait, isn't it my
voice?
Yes, we have a visitor because we are going to
Hello.
trivia tonight,
I don't know if
everybody.
you can see me.
Oh, you can't even see her. You're looking at her bottom half. But we're back.
What is that?
We've gotten a visitor since the camera fell over.
Oh, Catman from Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't
Catman.
even remember who that is.
Oh,
Adam
Adam
West.
West.
Oh!
Adam West as Catman.
Catman or nowadays Ratman?
I still don't
We're
remember.
doing Catman. Fuck Ratman. I'm sorry, this is gonna be rated R.
Ratman.
PG-13. You can say it once in a PG-13 movie.
I've said it multiple times.
Okay. well,
So it's rated R.
Our channel's gone from PG to R in one day.
I mean, this is the guy that got arrested so many times, so.
From being stupid.
He's so dumb.
But we love him.
Also, Also, I mean, he doesn't recognize Timmy sometimes. Ursula. From Little Mermaid, by the way.
She was
Yeah.
up in water.
You know,
so-
the most famous Ursula in cartoons.
The musical makes me feel differently about her.
Go for it. I've seen enough of the musical.
Can sushi be a house?
Sushi is not a house.
Sashimi.
I'm gonna do this one.
Are you ready, Jalen?
E.R. Sensei and Leo.
Sometimes she can be the obvious, sometimes she can't. Oh, you both said Ravenclaw.
I would do
You
one
went
with the
not
obvious.
I was gonna do
Just
this.
because of all her spell knowledge,
Yeah,
but she only promised Ariel legs.
Legs.
Eggs. Yeah.
She promised her scrambled
on
eggs.
on that note, though, do mermaids lay eggs? I feel like they would.
Yes,
'Cause
they lay.
But she only promised her legs. She didn't say if they were going to be goat legs or horse legs. She was just like, oh, here's some legs. And she gave her human legs.
Okay, well, what's next, Jalen? We are so close to someone finally winning.
Jane from Tarzan.
Oh.
I mean, it's between these two, clearly. Although you can have this one. I don't
That
feel like
sounds
she's
stuck in my
this.
head.
I've been singing as a judge all day. Bum, 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 bum,
This is also obvious. I'm sorry. She's
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
You guys agree too much.
Knowledge about those
I
gorillas.
mean, she's knowledgeable, but I almost did Hufflepuff because of how
I
loyal
would
she
have gone
was.
for Gryffindor, maybe.
I mean, sitting up to a man in Victorian times, that is actually cute.
Iago from Aladdin.
Musical version of Iago is my favorite thing ever.
Okay,
Not the
musical
movie, the
version of
musical.
Iago, he's completely Hufflepuff.
He's a Hufflepuff Slytherin.
But movie version, he's slick.
Musical version is just me in general.
Yeah.
Sid the Sloth from
Oh, wow.
Ice Age.
Oh God.
He's
Oh,
so.
there's some that are easy to rule out.
You gotta think, what does he value? Is he,
Well, I mean, regardless, it's
He's
this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Alright.
It's just
Two
a way too
more.
obvious.
there's two more?
There's two more.
Okay, if you guys keep agreeing, Jen's the winner. If you guys go back and forth, she may still win.
Donald
Jalen has a
Duck.
chance.
Oh,
That's hard.
I don't know.
This
You know what?
may be the
This,
deciding
he's
factor here.
this. And he's also this.
You know what? Only because of DuckTales and Kingdom Hearts. I know the answer. I have my answer.
This may be our deciding factor. We're down to Donald Duck.
This one.
Damn it!
No, you agree? Okay, if you guys don't, no,
One
if
more?
you guys don't, either
I
way,
almost did this one.
on this last one, Jen is our winner. But you guys can do it anyways.
Oh, there's actually three more.
there's
Oh, three more. All right
Sorry, I
then.
was only saying one.
Okay, so Jalen, you still have a chance to win. Because you are at 8 and Jen's at 9.
Buzz from Buzz Lightyear.
Oh.
I mean, not Buzz Lightyear. Toy Story.
Well, there is the Buzz Lightyear
Buzz
TV show.
Lightyear, my favorite movie.
There is the TV
Isn't that a
show.
great movie, guys?
Yeah. That's a tough one, though.
There's Buzz Lightyear Star Command. So you weren't too off.
He's this in the third,
He's like many things.
but that's only because that switch was pulled.
Are you talking about Spanish?
Spanish Buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spanish Buzz. Spanish Buzz
But
was the best part of that movie.
I think
Spanish Buzz.
Giggity.
This could be our deciding factor. Everything could be our deciding factor for now.
just
What kind of
because
I said it could be. You still have a chance to win.
we agree too much.
We agree that the time of talks is over. It's
What did
time
you
for
put?
action.
I was gonna put that.
I was gonna eat.
You
my-
could agree.
Can we just agree?
Yes, Gryffindor.
My God, this
I
is-
don't know. I could have gone for Hufflepuff there too.
I almost did Hufflepuff.
Oh,
All right.
That one's a
I
tricky
did.
Jalen, you still have a
Whatever,
chance
he's
to
definitely
win.
not a Ravenclaw.
No, God, no. I for those of you wondering, the card I showed to Chloe for the third one was Slytherin. Yzma! Yzma!
Wow, really?
I don't know. There's the obvious and then
There's the obvious, but then there's the...
Oh, the leprechaun.
Stop that leather! What are you doing? Are you doing the obvious?
Sure.
I think it's kind of hard to argue anything else.
It's hard to argue.
I'd be interested if you want to.
But she's so this.
She's so sad.
I could see Ravenclaw too, but
I mean, no. If she was a Ravenclaw, she would have fired Kronk from day one.
She would have gotten rid of the other lever, which means you don't even know what it was for.
Very
Yeah.
true. Very
She
true.
made so many holes with that mistake. You know what? Wait a minute. Did I?
And
Wait,
she wouldn't have a human potion lying around.
Wait, did I put? Wait, what did I put for Dexter? Did I put Ravenclaw? I didn't put.
No, you put Ravenclaw for Dexter.
I
Yeah,
didn't put.
Dexter should be Slytherin and Yzma's they're...
They're both Slytherin because Dexter would not have put a button for Dee Dee to push.
Alright, next one. Is this the last one?
Yes, this is.
Alright, so either way, Jen wins.
Wait, I
Wait, isn't
win.
it 8 and 9? Did you
No, yeah, you could tie.
You could tie.
You could
Fred
tie.
Flintstone from the Flintstones.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched that in years. I know who he is,
Yeah,
obviously.
everyone
but-
knows. I don't think anyone doesn't
Well,
know.
because Barney is clearly this.
Yes.
Yeah, but his friend.
No,
Okay.
he's not.
Jen,
He doesn't
this
put
could
up
be
with
your
this
deciding factor, so don't do the obvious.
But I don't even think there is an obvious.
True, I don't think there is either. I'm that
I'm
person
just
who's
saying
seen all the
because
weird live action
every
ones, so.
Hufflepuff needs a Slytherin.
Of
Really?
course, because the
So
guy,
you
the
agree
guy's
again?
womanizing
No
sometimes.
points awarded, meaning no one ever actually made it to 10. So, our winner
Loose.
is Jen at 9! Would you like to end our video, Jalen? As the side loser.
See how I take things with dignity and she has to make it into like a
Hey,
back.
I beat you in the other video as well. And I actually got
Taylor
10.
got a straight 10.
Oh, good job.
Beating a black man is
All right.
what did he come to?
Would you like to finish this off?
Yes. So as you can see, when it comes to sorting people in Hogwarts houses, I don't know shit. But visit us but come back next time because we're gonna see what certain of these characters would have in terms of a lightsaber color and what would they be in terms of a Jedi or a Sith.
Yo, can I come back for that video?
Yes, we will
you-
bring Chloe back.
Yes.
I'm
But
a large Star Wars nerd, so.
until then, we will see you in the future.